Good evening to all and welcome to the session. This session is all about 500 idioms and phrases. I'm not going to teach all the 500 today. Today I'll be teaching about 20. But the topic is idioms and phrases. You may wonder why this topic. This is an important topic from competitive exams point of view. When it comes to competitive exams, there's something called effective English. Then you may ask, sir, what comes under effective English? There are two topics which come under effective English. One is idioms, the other one is phrasal verbs. These two are very important from competitive exams point of view. And why are these difficult? If you go to the US or to the UK, what is their mother tongue? It is English. They all speak English, but there also some people they get a lot of respect. Others say he speaks very good English or she speaks very good English. On what basis they say? To what extent they use idioms and phrases? Based on that, they give the tag. Someone speaks very good English. Keeping that in mind, because they go with effective English, exam point of view, quite often they ask questions related to idioms, especially SBI, SSC, and also other bank exams, and also phrasal verbs. But today I'm going to talk about idioms. Now, before I go to idioms, before I talk about 20 idioms, I would like to start with the definition. What is an idiomatic expression? Have a look at the definition I'm going to read out. An idiom is a group of words, and as a unit, it has a specific meaning. It's a group of words, it's a grammatical unit or language unit. As a unit, it has a specific meaning. The words in an idiomatic expression and the meaning usually don't go with each other. Go with means match. The words in an idiomatic expression and the meaning they don't match with each other. And because of that, so it is difficult to make out the meaning of an idiomatic expression without a context. Even English people cannot make out the meaning of an idiomatic expression if there is no context. If the context is there, rather easy to make out. Not only for us, for them also it's a problem. What is the reason for that? The words and the meaning don't go with each other. Idioms which come under effective English are important from the exam point of view. I've just said the same thing. These are very important. Usually in the exam, they give about 5 questions based on idioms. And to give you an idea about the idioms, I would like to present one example, two examples rather. The first one, the bone of contention between the two parties is the date of elections. If you don't know the problem with idioms, to understand someone's language, if he or she uses a lot of idioms, you need certain standards. Without those standards, not easy to understand. Look at this example. The bone of contention between the two parties is the date of elections. What is idiomatic expression here? The bone of contention. Bone of contention here, it is the idiomatic expression. What does it mean? The cause of dispute. If you don't know the meaning of that particular idiomatic expression, then you cannot understand the sentence. You don't know what exactly the speaker is trying to convey. Look at the second one. Same meaning, but a different idiomatic expression. The apple of discord between them is the post of the general manager. The apple of discord, that is the idiomatic expression. Between them is the post of the general manager. There are two idioms here, bone of contention, apple of discord. Both mean the same. What does it mean? Bone of contention, or what does it mean? Apple of discord. Cause of dispute. Good evening and my pleasure. I don't know how many students are there, but welcome to the session. Let me continue. Now, before we go to the idioms, you should have an idea what are the models you come across in the exam. There are four possible models. The first one, they give an idiomatic expression and ask you to find out the meaning. Here, the initial one, idiom with a context. I'm sorry, idiom with a context. There is a context and they give one idiomatic expression. Then it is easy to find out the meaning. They may give four options. Once the context is there, usually it is easy to find out the meaning of that particular idiomatic expression. Example, I read non-fiction novels once in a blue moon. Now, imagine you don't know the meaning of that particular idiom, but based on the context, I read non-fiction novels once in a blue moon. You may understand blue moon rather rare. So meaning of this idiomatic expression once in a once in a blue moon. What does it mean? Very rarely. It means what? Very rarely. Once in a blue moon. So I read the Hindu paper once in a blue moon, my usual example. And it means what? I read the Hindu paper very rarely. Context is there, easy to make out. Now let us go to the second model. What is the second model? Find out the meaning. Idiom without a context. Without a context, very difficult. For example, in the exam, they may give an idiomatic expression like Hobson's choice. No sentence, nothing. Hobson's choice. Down they give the options no choice, one choice, two choices, or specific choice. These are the options. And you cannot guess the meaning also if the context is not there. And also, based on the words, you cannot guess. What is the reason? Hobson's choice means no choice at all. No choice. We use a idiomatic expression, Hobson's choice. But if you don't know the meaning, what do you think? Some choice you think, but that is not the meaning. The second one, beeline, animal bee, the insect bee, beeline. No context, nothing. They give four options: rush for something, form a line, or do something related to line. They may give a few options, but not easy to guess. What does it mean? To make a beeline means to rush for something. He had, imagine he had no choice. Then we say it was for him like Hobson's choice. Again, an example for beeline. They made a beeline for the tickets. They made a beeline for water, drinking water. Typical examples. What is the third model? Now, first model, they give an example. There's a context, easy. Second model, only the idiom, no sentence, no context, very difficult. Third model, find out idiom with the wrong meaning. Here, what they do, they give four idioms, only one with the wrong meaning. Out of four idioms, three idioms they have the correct meanings. One idiom, a wrong meaning, you have to find out that one. Look at these four idioms. Blow one's own trumpet. This is an idiomatic expression. And these they may give with a context or without a context. Blow one's own trumpet, brag or boast. What does it mean? Talk about oneself all the time or one's possessions all the time. Meaning is correct, brag or boast. White elephant. Imagine you don't know the meaning of this idiomatic expression. Not easy to guess, easy to tame. Generally, when we talk about animals, we use words like tame, domesticated, wild animals. So, tame an animal, you can control the animal. You may think this is the right answer. Hold that one. Apple pie order. Everything is in apple pie order. You go to someone's office, you say, everything is in apple pie order. Means what? Everything is in perfect position or everything is in place. This meaning is correct. Lion's share, major share. He always wants the lion's share. Means what? Major share. This meaning is also correct. Then what is the answer? Here they may ask you to find out the idiom with the wrong meaning. White elephant does not mean easy to tame. So there is an error here. What is that? White elephant does not mean easy to tame. No, not correct. That is the answer. Then you may ask, sir, what exactly does it mean, white elephant? White elephant means an expensive possession. You buy something very expensive and you don't use it, it is very difficult to maintain that. I will give an example, then you understand. Imagine a particular government has constructed an indoor stadium, a massive stadium. After that, for some reason, they decided not to use the stadium. They spent crores of rupees. And because they decided not to use, they have to maintain still. To maintain that, they have to spend a lot of money. Then we say the stadium has become a white elephant. Means what? An expensive possession, difficult to maintain, not easy. Costly and useless. Yes, in a way, you're right. Vishal Gupta, good evening. Now let us go to the fourth model. What is the fourth model? Match the idioms with their meanings. They may give four idioms or five idioms. On the right side, they may give meanings not exactly matched. Your job is to match the idioms and the meanings. Look at these four idioms are here. A red letter day. A red letter day means what? an important day. So answer is a red letter day. We have to say important day. Now let us go to the second one. Show white feathers. Show white feathers means this is over. Important day. Red letter day. Important day. And show white feathers means what? Behave like a coward. Coward opposite of brave. Someone behaves in a cowardly manner. Then we say. Imagine someone has seen the enemy and he tried to escape. Then we say. He showed white feathers when he saw the enemy. Then green-eyed monster. This is an important one. Many a time they have given all these idioms for that matter. Behave like a coward. You're right. And here, green-eyed monster means a jealous person, someone who is full of jealous. We say he's a green-eyed monster. And what is the last one? A red tape. Generally, we say a red tapeism. A red tape. You can also say red tape, but general expression, a red tapeism. Red tapeism means bureaucratic rules or hurdles, too many rules. When you go to a government office, you want to submit a particular project, you want the license or you want the permission, a lot of rules, a lot of hurdles. Then what do you say? A red tapeism. So here, the fourth model, very difficult. Imagine each question they give four idioms or yes, it is confusing if you don't know the exact meaning. Not, as I said, even the Britishers and Americans cannot find out the meaning of an idiomatic expression if the context is not there. You don't have to worry about that. It is something like universal problem. But here, what matters? Imagine one idiom, one question, it's like one idiom considered one question, five idioms, 5 marks. But if they give in one question four idioms and they give five questions that way, 5 into 4, 20 idioms, meanings and idioms and meanings. Imagine to get 5 marks, you have to know 20 idioms. That is a bit difficult under pressure. You got to be very good at yes, too many formalities. So you got to be very good at idioms. Only then you can answer. Otherwise, under pressure, you matching and recollecting not at all easy. Now, today I'm going to teach 20 idioms. What are these 20 idioms? And all the 20 idioms are very popular in the sense they are in usage. A lot of people use regularly, but that doesn't matter. What matters whether they are important from the exam point of view or not. And they are important. That is the reason why I have brought. Now let us have a look at idiom number one. Like this, I'm going to number over a period of time. Every Monday, I'll be teaching idioms. Every Tuesday, I'll be teaching one word substitutes. Like that, I have a plan Monday to Saturday, and that I will talk about that later. But here, because today is a first session, I want it easy for you guys. Because of that, first I'll present the examples. Have a look at the three examples, 2 or 3 examples I'll be presenting with a particular idiomatic expression. Understand the context, try to guess the meaning. Remember, I'll show again the idiom and the options. Tell the exact option based on whatever you think. What is the first example here? If they practice enough, flying will eventually become child's play. So, what is the idiomatic expression here? Child's play. Stylus, it's a little tricky, slippery. So, I'm not getting the straight line. Read the sentence, understand the context, try to guess the meaning. From day one, you make it a habit, then you can easily make out the meaning of a particular idiomatic expression in the exam. If they practice enough, flying will eventually, finally, become, in the long run, it becomes child's play. First example, the trek that we did yesterday was child's play. Trekking, you all must be knowing hiking, trekking. Sometimes students ask me, sir, what is the difference between I am the first student here. Very good, I appreciate that. Sometimes students ask me, so what is the difference between trekking and hiking? Trekking goes with mountains. If you walk in the mountain ranges, that is known as trekking. Hiking goes with lowland, countryside. You take long walks, that is known as hiking. Trekking, remember mountain ranges, and hiking goes with lowland areas. So the trek that we did yesterday was child's play. Again, what is the idiom here? Same idiom, child's play. And after that, the third example, Making out the password to his account was child's play. There's one phrasal verb here. See, when I bring examples, I will try to bring examples not at random, not just like that. I keep everything in mind. I always take a holistic approach. What is this holistic approach? Whenever you see a particular question or you see the options, there should be something to learn. That is my approach. And you should, I always tell students, when you, in the exam, when you take the mock test, you read a question. First, your priority should be to get the right answer. But after that, there's something to learn in the question or from the question. Look at the question carefully. Ask yourself, what else can I learn from this question? And look beyond, recollect related words, related rules. So here, make out, that is a phrasal verb, means understand. Understand. I will answer that question. Okay. And British English, make out. What is American English, figure out? Both mean the same. I can't figure out what the master says. Please don't say that. I can't make out what the master says. Means what? I can't understand. But here, making out the password to his account was child's play. Now, let us go to the actual question. Here, there is no context whatsoever. Child's play means what? A very easy thing, a very cheap thing, funny thing, things that can be done without any cost. So, what is the answer here? Now, I want you guys to respond. What is the answer? Which option? Just tell the option number, that's enough. One, it is A. Absolutely right. Who is that? Vishal Gupta. Perfect. A very easy thing. You can do something effortlessly with a lot of ease. Then what do you say? It was a child's play for me. Doing something was a child's play. Now let us go to idiom number two. First, examples. Today, what is the reason? You should get used to these sessions. And also, I'm trying to give you a particular skill. Cakewalk also you can say. That's right. Now, very easy. Cakewalk also means very easy. What is that I'm trying to give you people? Try to make it a habit to read the sentence, understand the context. Based on the context, try to answer or try to guess. This habit will help in the long run. When you come across questions in the exam, don't try to answer just like that, taking a shortcuts approach or something of that sort. First, because you may ask, sir, why? English has rules, English has exceptions. Don't have A lot of students have fixed ideas. That is very dangerous because today there's so much competition. One mark also matters a lot. First, you read the sentence meticulously, carefully, understand the context. Then, if you're good at the rules, all the rules are at your fingertips, just answer. Absolutely no problem. But don't be hasty. Contextual awareness matters a lot. Today, many questions, this is what I've been telling my students, a lot of questions depend on contextual awareness. Rules, to some extent, they help, and vocabulary to some extent, to a great extent rather. But ultimately, what matters, contextual awareness matters a lot. Now, have a look at these examples. Could someone give them a bird's eye view of the action plan? What is the idiom here? Bird's eye view. What is it? Bird's eye view. I will present a bird's eye view of what will be taught in this course. So, again, bird's eye view. I will present something. What will I present? A bird's eye view of what will be taught in this course, and bird's eye view of the action plan. Third example, we are on the 25th floor, and here there's an important one. As I said, my approach is always holistic approach. There's a common error. A lot of people say we are in the second floor. I live in the second floor. That is wrong. That's a common error. Here it should be on the second floor, on the 25th floor. This has been given in many exams. Do remember, we are on the 25th floor. So we got an amazing means surprising, amazing bird's eye view of this city. Perfect. Now let us go to the question. What does it mean? Bird's eye view means what? There are four options. You have to select one of them. To view something closely, a general view from above, to view suspiciously, to look from different angle. So what is the answer here? I'm going to start maybe 2 or 3 days. Who is this Mohan? I'll be starting most probably by before Thursday, either Wednesday or Thursday. You got to wait for a few days, couple of days. Answer is a general view from above. Exactly. That is the answer. Second option is the answer. Now let us go to idiom number three. First, have a look at the examples. Today it is rather easy because I'm presenting examples first so that you get an idea. Based on the context, you develop the habit to guess the meaning. The teammates are urged. There's an important word. Casual English, everyday English, we say request. Urge means it has two different meanings. One, request a lot. It goes with formal English. The other one, to appeal. Urge, it goes with formal English. The teammates are urged to bury the hatchet for the sake of the success of their team. What is the idiomatic expression over here? Bury the hatchet. Bury the hatchet. The two neighboring countries have often been advised to bury the hatchet. Again, to bury the hatchet, that is one thing, that is idiomatic expression. Advised, this is an important word. Based on this word, in competitive exams, more than 20 times they have given questions. There are two words like this. One is advise, the other one is practice. VISED, that is a verb form. VICE, that is a noun form. Practice, PRACTISE, verb form, and PRACTICE, the noun form. Generally, what happens, regular classes also, I tell students this is a difference. And there it looks pretty easy, or not a big deal. But under pressure, not easy to locate the error. I've seen many a time. So you got to be a little careful whenever you come across the words advise, practice. What is the third example? The college gangs have decided to bury the hatchet. The college gangs have decided to do what? Bury the hatchet. Now let us go to the question based on this idiomatic expression. To bury the hatchet means what? To dispute over small things, first option. To destroy, second option. To make up a quarrel, third option. To repair a costly furniture. So what is the answer? Right, sir, under pressure, even easy becomes yes, of course, beyond any doubt. That is the reason why I always tell students in the exam what matters. Let's say you have spent about 1 year, a lot of effort, a lot of hard work, but on the day of the exam, at the time of the exam, you're not balanced, not cool. Then what happens? You are under tremendous pressure or you panic, or everything goes down the drain, means it goes waste. All your efforts go down the drain or go to dogs. Both are idioms. Go down the drain, go to dogs means they go waste. So while taking the exam, you got to be cool. And sometimes what happens, you may feel the paper is very tough. Then you remember, if it is tough for me, it is tough for everyone. Because you have spent 1 year, you have taken coaching. After all that, you find the paper tough. That means for everyone, it is tough. With that mindset, you look at the questions, you will be able to answer a lot of questions. So, what is the answer here? To make up a quarrel. To make up means to end a quarrel. Now, let us go to idiom number four. Tell us in a nutshell how you wish to execute all your plans. Don't tell him fairy tales. He just wants to know the real matter in a nutshell. So, what is the idiom here? In a nutshell. In a nutshell. And tell us in a nutshell, according to the new mayor, the fight against crime will be taken much more seriously. You're ready with the answer. That's wonderful. Now let us go to the actual question. In a nutshell means what? Cheaply? No. In a very short form or in a few words, hold that one. Very rapidly? No. Very weakly? Not relevant. So what is the answer? In a nutshell means in brief. Someone has written in brief, Nagamani. So in brief is absolutely right. Vishal also. And shortest possible way. That is also right. Acceptable. Who is this? Kata, Chini Kata. Perfect. Now let us go to idiom number five. My friend has always been the black sheep of his family. So, what is idiom here? And all these idioms I have not brought at random. These have been given many a time in competitive exams. These are familiar ones. I'm sure a lot of students over here, they may feel, oh, easy, absolutely no problem. But slowly, my approach is always systematic. Initially, I present something easy, and slowly, I try to take students in the direction where things become a little complicated or difficult. My friend has always been the black sheep. So, what is idiom here? The black sheep. My nephew. Now, I would like to tell something. Nephew, that's what usually we say, British pronunciation. And Americans don't say nephew. In British English, PH pronounced as a letter F. So we say nephew. But Americans say nephew. If someone says nephew, don't laugh at that person. That is also right. That is American English. We have two schools internationally, if you look at English, American school and British school. If you ask me, so what is the difference? Not much, almost one and the same. But when it comes to certain words, 20 to 30 words, they are different. For example, petrol, British, gasoline, American, and biscuit, British, and cookie, American. Like that, a few words are different. Chocolate, candy, and spellings are different, about 20 to 30 words. Color, COLOUR, British, COLOR, American. Otherwise, they both use grammatically correct sentence patterns. So please make sessions for descriptive paper or of IB. Who is this? Vignesh. Okay, Vignesh, let me think. I will get back to you on this. We follow British English. Yes, Vignesh, you're right. Always remember exam point of view. We don't consider three things. This is what I tell my students regularly. Exam point of view, three things are not considered. One, American English, not considered. Conversational English, not considered. For example, imagine there's a knock on the door. I say, who is that? Today people say it's me. But standard English, it's not me. Answer should be it's I. We don't consider conversational English. Yes, taxi, cab. And third thing, very important, we don't consider modern English. Listen very carefully. Or current English. Today we consider the Hindu, number one paper, language point of view, standards point of view, scholarly approach. But in the Hindu paper, the first page I've seen family members, standard British English, family members not correct, members of family correct. Then you may wonder, how come the Hindu paper? Languages are dynamic, they keep changing. Every language has birth, growth, and death. Today, if you take Latin, it's a dead language. In our country, you take Prakrit, it's a dead language. So, languages are dynamic. Current Old English, modern English. Exam point of view, we don't consider modern English, current English. So don't you see something in the Hindu paper and master tells something contrary. Believe the master, go with the master, don't go with the Hindu paper. A few things, not everything. My friend has always been the black sheep of his family. My nephew is seen as a black sheep in our family. Why do you want to spend your time with that black sheep? Three examples. You can guess to some extent. What does it mean, black sheep? A costly item? No. A dark, shiny object? No. An unworthy person? Hold that one. A funny man? Not correct. So, what is the answer here? No one has responded. Answer is an unworthy person. A bad person in a group, usually. We don't use the word scoundrel. Sometimes you come across the word scoundrel, but here it means a bad person in a group. Every group there is a bad person. Now let us go to idiom number 6. He always insists on a lion's share. I think already we have got this one. I won't work with him anymore. And try to have a look at the examples. They are also very useful. My friend grabbed the lion's share of the apple pie. Apple pie, a dish very popular in the US. Quite often they have different types of pies. One of them very popular, apple pie. My friend grabbed, grab means what? To take something quickly. The lion's share of the apple pie. He is wasting the lion's share of his income by paying exorbitant rent. I brought this intentionally. What exactly does it mean? Try to guess the meaning of the word exorbitant. Exorbitant means what? I'll give you a few seconds. Try to guess based on the context. Easy, should not be a problem. What is a word? It's an important word. It goes with effective English. Pizza pie is also right. Perfect. Pizza pie, I don't think so. No, no, no. Pies usually go with different fruits. Vignesh, they go with different fruits. Apple pie, mango pie, strawberry pie. Yes, exorbitant means unreasonably priced. Extravagant is different. Extravagant is different. Exorbitant is different. Now imagine you go to a shop and you want to have tea. How much does it cost? 5 rupees or 10 rupees? Roadside. You go to a restaurant. How much does it cost? 20 or 25? You go to a star hotel. How much does tea cost? 500 or 600? When it's not a cup, it's a pot tea. 600, then we say the price is exorbitant, unreasonably priced. Let us go to the idiom. Lion's share means what? No share at all, not correct. And greater share of a thing, hold that one. Miserly, not correct. And first option, again, very small item, not correct. Then what is it? Second one, absolutely. Greater share of a thing, greater share of a thing. Now let us go to idiom number 7. This is a bit difficult to make out. They are at their wits' end with their puppy. She is chewing everything, whatever she comes across. I have been waiting for the janitor. This word I have brought intentionally. Try to guess the meaning of the word janitor. I have been waiting for the janitor since morning. I'm just about at my wits' end. My question, what does it mean, janitor? Third example, in the meantime, I'm at my wits' end with our new gardener. He has been late every day this week. We'll go to the meaning of this idiom later, but my question, what does it mean, janitor? Janitor means a person who takes care of a building or an apartment, a guard of a house. That is also right. Very good. Now let us go to the idiom, have a look at the options. At one's wits' end, what does it mean? To be very witty? If you don't know the meaning, you may think this is the answer. To confuse others, to be completely confused. Answer is the third option. Minimize expenses. Church, I'm not quite sure, but apartment, building, a flat, yes. Answer to minimize expenses, not correct. So what is the answer? Third option is the answer. Yes, Soumya Deep. Perfect. Now let us go to idiom number 8. Some people often think they are smarter than the others, but such people always end up eating humble pie. The lawyer had to eat humble pie because the evidence he presented was false. False evidence, a typical expression. This is a bit difficult, and this has been given many a time in different competitive exams. What is the idiom over here? Eat humble pie. The lawyer had to eat, have to present, has to present. What is the past of that? Had to. Who is this? Where have you been? I have been searching for you a long time. Okay. Be happy I'm here now and you're able to access my sessions. You should be happy about that. So, what does it mean? Have a look at the options. To eat humble pie, to eat cheap food, to eat slowly, to swallow one's pride and apologize for doing something wrong, to defy authority. Defy means challenge. That's an important word. Give me daily mock tests and explanation. If you attend my the Hindu editorial analysis every morning, there every day after the analysis you get about 20 questions based on practice questions based on exam topics. In a way, each session is like a mock test. But for the passage, you don't see the passage. Remaining questions you come across every day. They are very useful, more than enough if you follow properly. So, what is the answer here? Again, the third option. What is the third option here? To swallow one's pride and apologize for doing something wrong. What exactly does it mean? You make a mistake. Initially, you don't admit. Later, you have to admit. Then we say he had to eat humble pie. An important one. It has been given many a time in different competitive exams. Idiom number 9. I got cold feet when I heard the news of my transfer to a remote area. Every morning, 7 a.m. That's right. A regular student, Nagamani. A lot of regular students are here. I'm glad you guys are here. The thieves got cold feet when they saw the security. He always gets cold feet before a presentation. Thank you very much, Vishal. Thanks a lot for the compliment. Still, we should always look at improvement. And there's a popular saying I tell students all the time: improvisation is the name of the game. We should always strive for excellence. Only then we can raise the standards. Shivering, anxious, worried. Before a presentation, what is your mental state? Your first presentation, a lot of tension, a lot of anxiety, a lot of apprehensions. And here the context also go with more or less the same situation. I got cold feet when I heard the news of my transfer to a remote area. The thieves got cold feet when they saw the security. He always gets cold feet before a presentation. A lot of people, please listen very carefully. A lot of public speakers, experienced public speakers, they also have cold feet before presentations. It's quite natural, nothing wrong in that. But you should know how to handle your anxiety, your pressure, or whatever the apprehensions are. That's a very good word, apprehensions. Now, what are the options over here to have cold feet? To feel very cold. Generally, what happens, Indians, we are very good at generalization. We are very good at when we come across certain things, we try to generalize, and we always form a sort of opinion. And when you see cold feet, cold, the word, so to feel very cold, if you don't know the exact meaning, you may think that is the answer, but that English is not like that. To pay much attention to be reluctant, to pour water on something. So, what is the answer here? Ninth one, to pay much attention to. No, no, that is not the answer. No. To have cold feet means to feel shy, to be anxious, in a way, to be reluctant. Answer should be the third option. What is it? To be reluctant. When do you feel reluctant to do something, when you have some sort of fear, when you feel anxious, when you have some sort of why pay much attention to? No, no. Look at the examples. I had cold feet before the presentation. Now, what does it mean? Who is this Vignesh? I'm not with Sridhar CC. I'm not, no, I'm with Unacademy. No, I'm not teaching there. I'm with Unacademy. I'm on my own. And the Hindu, that is, I do that on my own. Now, all these sessions are, I'm with Unacademy. Please, so I cannot answer that question. Answer is the third option. Now, idiom number 10, have a look at the examples first. My new neighbor is very arrogant because his blood is blue. I advised him not to spend money like blue blood. Her blood is not blue, so she can't afford the imported car. This is a bit difficult too. Hesitant, yes, Vishal. Cold feet, hesitant, anxious, worried, apprehensive. This is not the right platform to talk about that. So, what could be the reason? Have a look at the options. Upper caste, who is this? Monica. Blue blood, something impossible? No. An aristocrat, royal family, and also upper class. That's also right answer. Something costly, not correct. A funny object, not relevant. Let us cut the crackle and start brainstorming ideas for this project. This is an important one. Uh, Cut the crackle. That's one thing. And why is this based on the example? Also, there's one particular expression. Let us cut the crackle and start brainstorming. What is this brainstorming? Listen very carefully. I would like to spend a few minutes. Imagine you are exposed to the corporate world, then you come across this particular expression, brainstorming. Whenever there is a problem at the workplace, a company, a multinational company, or a small company, or a big company, there's a problem. And the managers, the key people, they have a meeting and initially they go for a brainstorming session. What does it mean? They take the problem and whatever comes to the mind, they make a note of that initially. No, they don't try to stop the ideas. A lot of ideas pop up. They make a note of all the ideas and first round, initial round. Then they take what is relevant, what is important, whatever is not relevant, whatever is not important, they strike off. And finally, they choose the best options. Brainstorming session. He was told to cut the crackle and get back to work. Yes, thinking about something in a free manner, not under pressure, not under, not you're not conditioned, no pressure, nothing. Whatever comes to the mind, you allow that to come. You make a note. It may be relevant, may not be relevant. It doesn't matter. You don't try to stop. You just allow that, and finally you select the best options. He was told to cut the crackle and get back to work. We have decided to cut the crackle and get down to business. So, what could be the meaning? Have a look at the options. To cut the crackle, come to the main point without delays. Let us have a look at the options. To stop talking and start working, perhaps. To dig a well, not relevant. To annoy others, to act in a friendly way. So, what is the answer? To stop talking and start the work. It goes with work, start something. Answer is the first option. Absolutely right. Now, idiom number 12. Our city is growing by leaps and bounds. Wow, your business has grown by leaps and bounds since I last saw you. The new pharma company has progressed by leaps and bounds. Now, listen very carefully. Many of these idioms, if you remember, learn, remember, in the exam, you should be able to recollect when it comes to prelims or mains. But do remember, when it comes to the descriptive paper, if you use at least a few of these idioms, you will get maximum marks. Imagine you want to, they ask you to write a letter about a big city, a letter to your friend about the most happening city in the country. Then usually a new city grows very fast, rapidly. Then what is the expression? We say it is growing by leaps and bounds. And once you write that, then you write about that, what happens in the exam, the descriptive paper, you get a lot of marks. So the third one, the new pharma company has progressed by leaps and bounds. What could be the answer? The prices are going up by leaps and bounds. Look at the example. The prices are going up by leaps and bounds, irregularly, gradually, rapidly, systematically. Crime is growing by leaps and bounds in the city. Very good. And what does it mean? Which option is the answer? Rapidly. Generally, what happens when you write about a city, imagine they ask you to write about a city, you have to use this idiom. And also, the development is not even, it is uneven. Then what do we say? The city is growing by leaps and bounds, but the development is not even, it is uneven, lopsided. There's one expression for that. What is that? The development is lopsided, lopsided development. Even that you have to recollect. Now let us go to idiom number 13. The company wanted the deal to be above board. What is the idiom here? Above board and at the fastest pace possible. Pace means speed. They have to make this deal to be above board. The deal between the two governments was completely open and above board. Even this has been given many a time. So what does it mean? Wavering prices for which one? So here Let us go to the actual question based on his dealings are all above board. Means what? Honest and straightforward. Perfect. It is not simple. It is not decent, not friendly. It is open. Open means what? Honest, transparent, and straightforward. Better, honest, and transparent. Answer is the third option. 30, not the second option. It is a third option. Open here means what? Honest, transparent. Now let us go to idiom number 14. He threw cold water on the project by saying that he will not offer his services. It is not a good idea to pour cold water on someone's plan. Her stepfather always used to throw cold water on her plants. So where is the error? I mean, what does it mean? First, you understand the context. He threw cold water on the project by saying that he will not offer his services. It is not a good idea to pour cold water on someone's plan. Definitely not a good idea. Her stepfather always used to throw cold water on her plants. Discourage something or someone. Have a look at the options. He threw cold water over the project that the secretary had prepared. Rejected, encouraged, cleared. Absolutely right. Discouraged. What is the answer here? Discouraged. Question number 15. Much to her husband's surprise, she cleaned out the basement, lock, stock, and barrel. Usually, this goes with the corporate world, but sometimes it goes with everyday English. They had to move everything out of the office, lock, stock, and barrel. They were selling the stuff, lock, stock, and barrel. The word stuff means anything. Imagine you have something in your hand or in your pocket. I ask the question, what is that stuff in your pocket? What is that stuff in your hand? And you're carrying something. What is that stuff? Again, sometimes what happens, I will let you know who is this Rizio. I think I'm right. So, will there be PDF? That I cannot confirm at this stage. I will be able to tell tomorrow. Please wait for one day. So here, lock, stock, and barrel, usually it goes with business and offices, corporate world, companies. What could be the meaning? No, I was talking about the word stuff. Stuff means something. It could be anything. It also goes with knowledge. Imagine someone has a lot of knowledge. We say he has a lot of stuff. Means what? He has a lot of knowledge. The company has been handed over to new masters, lock, stock, and barrel. So, answer is a very first option. What is it? Completely, not holding anything. Thank you very much. But some of them may find a little difficult to follow my English. If they watch for a few days, they will be able to follow. Let us go to, we are running out of time. I should stop by 7:30 to 8:30. We have about 11 minutes. I was at sea when they started discussing astronomy during lunch. At sea. What is the idiom here? At sea. He is at sea. I am at sea. I was at sea. Astronomy, astrology, two different words, don't get confused. Astronomy goes with the celestial bodies. You look at the sky, you see a lot of stars, galaxies we cannot see with the naked eye, but the study of celestial bodies, that's an important expression. Stars, galaxies, planets, asteroids, meteorites, all these. That field is called astronomy. Then you may ask, so what is astrology? The study of, if you take the horoscope, astrology means a prediction of future based on the horoscope. So when the master asked the boy a question about the subject, he was at sea. Even the judge was at sea after listening to the lawyer. That should not happen, not a good thing. So what does it mean? Believe me, I'm all at sea. Out of reach? Try to answer. Very happy? Someone has already answered puzzled, perplexed, bewildered. Very good, I appreciate. Vishnuvardhan, bewildering. Someone said perplexed, perfect, and puzzled. All these words you have to recollect. Drowning means what? If you don't know how to swim, You enter a water body, could be a pool, swimming pool, could be a pond, could be a lake, could be a river. Then you don't know how to swim, you go down. Then we use the word drown. If the person, someone doesn't know how to swim, he enters a water body, he goes down and dies, then we say death by drowning. Death by drowning. Idiom number 17. The senator was one man, but the senator was a host in himself. This is a bit difficult, not an easy one. The general is looked upon, it is in passive voice, present tense, as a host in himself. His students were many, and one among them was a host in himself. Many students, one a host in himself. Now, what does it mean? The general manager of this industry, he is a host in himself. Eats too much, independent of others, capable of doing as much as a number of ordinary persons, very hospitable. What is the answer? Responsible person, not exactly. 17, 2 is not correct. No. A host in himself means a multi talented person, a person who can do a lot of things equivalent to 10 persons. Based on that, Vishnuvardhan says third option. Nagamani also says third option. Answer is the third option. Capable of doing as much as a number of ordinary persons. One person, multi talented, multi skilled, equivalent to 10 persons, then we say he is a host in himself. Now, idiom number 18. She may be from the same company, but don't tar her with the same brush. Many football players are tarred with the same brush. A few politicians cannot be tarred with the same brush. So, what does it mean? Let us go to the question. All political parties are tarred with the same brush, treated equally, profess the same policies, have the same merits, follow the same principles, possess the same defects. So, what is the answer? Looks like this is a difficult one. One is not correct, three is not correct. What is the answer? No, no. No one has got it right. 18th one answer is, now I see Soumya Deep says fifth option, that is the answer. Possess the same negative qualities, possess the same defects. That's what it means. Answer is the fifth option. Now let us go to the last but one. She really has the blues today. Leave him alone. He really has the blues today. How does one know if one has the blues? To have blues. What does it mean? Let us go to the question. Mrs. Hashmi has been in the blues for the last several weeks. Abroad? No. Someone has already answered, Vishal. Unwell, depressed, penniless, lonely. It means what? Not lonely, depressed, sad, depressed. It has a negative connotation. And there's one important expression, usually it goes with Americans. Monday blues. What does it mean? That's right, Nagamani. You are there with that expression. So, what does it mean? Monica, yes, third option is the answer. Vishnuvardhan also. Americans, for them, work is worship. There are also exceptions are there. They work Monday to Friday, they work like bulls. Weekends, they freak out. Freak out means enjoy a lot. They go for long drives, they enjoy. And Monday morning, they don't feel like going to the office because they enjoyed a lot for 2 days. Then we say they have Monday blues, a little depressed, or not enthusiastic. That is, it goes with everyday English. Now, let we have 5 minutes. Let us go to the last idiom for today. If he wants to burn his fingers, he can invest on that. What is the idiom here? Burn his fingers. When the share market crashed, his fingers were burnt from all the investments that he had made. He burned his fingers when he was into export business. He burnt his fingers. Literally, no one can burn one's fingers. So, idiomatic expression, what is the question over here? He burned his fingers by interfering in his neighbor's affair. That's not advisable, not a good thing. So, what does it mean? Got himself into trouble, burnt himself, that is not correct. Got himself insulted, no. Got rebuked, no. Scolded, not. Answer is the first option. Rahul has got it, Rahul Dev has got it right, Vishal also, and Vishnuvardhan. Got himself into trouble, but usually it goes with the business context. When you use in the business context, it means to incur losses, to incur losses, to experience losses. Someone, because of the business venture, got into losses, then we say he burnt his fingers in that business. So that's all for today. Hope you guys have got enriched. I would like to have your feedback regarding this particular session. And tomorrow, again, same time, 7:30, it is going to be one word substitutes. If you have something to say, please respond. We still have 4 minutes. You could ask a few questions or you could give the feedback, whatever it is. I'm not quite sure. Actually, evening 7:30 to 8:30. I thank you very much. Evening, I may take. I'm going to start 500 grammar rules, but initially 200 easy ones. Then level one, level two, level three. But the series is going to be 500 important grammar rules that I may take in the evening 7:30 and 12 noon to 1. I may take free classes again, vocabulary related, Monday to Friday, different topics, idioms, one word substitutes, misspelled words, fillers, all these. Okay. Thank you very much for being with me till the end of the session. I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30. And these classes are every day 7:30 in the evening. Free classes, please, before I wind up the session, please listen. Descriptive, I'll try to give, I'll come up with a video, Vignesh. Someone else also wanted. I will come up with a video, short video, how to deal with the descriptive paper. That will be very useful. Wait for a few days, not too long, just 3 or 4 days. Before I wind up the session, please listen very carefully. Morning, my channel, Murthy's. I take the Hindu editorial analysis every morning, 7:30 to 7 to 8, 12 noon to 1. Unacademy platform, free classes. Evening 7:30 to 8:30, Unacademy platform, free classes. That's it. Thank you very much.